My name is Tim Murphy and I'm the Director of Sustainability and Urban Agriculture at Santropol Roulant. Santropol Roulant is a community food centre in the Plateau neighbourhood of Montreal, and it was founded in 1995 as a Meals on Wheels but grew over time to be so much more. Santropol Roulant's urban agriculture program centres around three main growing sites and three main gardens. Our first and oldest garden is at McGill University. It's called the Edible Campus. Our second is here at our very own building on Roy Street. It's a rooftop garden with over 60 containers and 1,500 square feet of green roof, as well as a small greenhouse. And our newest growing site is actually a farm, what we call a peri-urban farm, meaning on the outskirts of the city. And that's about 1 acre of vegetable production. It's part of a project called Santropol Roulant. So the idea that we want to connect the world of urban agriculture and the more typical conventional rural agriculture, bring them together to see what they can learn from each other.
The way we grow plants and vegetables here at Santropol Roulant. So we start with the seeds. So we plant the seeds, but we start in March or April, so we need a greenhouse. So that greenhouse is outside, but we close it, that's really warm inside, and that helps the seeds to make the little plants. And when the plant is strong enough, we can send that plant outside on the roof.
Hi, my name's Sean Phipps, and I'm one of the two urban agriculture interns here at Santropol Roulant for the summer. So I work in the garden here, and also at the other garden up in the plateau, up on the roof there. So I think there's a whole bunch of reasons why urban agriculture is important, not just the obvious ones, which are that it takes, that it's more sustainable if you're not having to import food from very, very far away. Also helps create have better air quality in our cities. But I think most importantly is sort of that deep, the connection people have to their food when they've grown it themselves. So right now with the way our food system is set up, there is almost there's very little. People are very disconnected from what they're eating. It comes from very, very far away. It's very processed. There's a lot of steps that go in it, go to make it, that removes them from it. And because of that, I think people are less aware of what they're eating and I guess less conscious about that. And I think having urban agriculture programs, having opportunities where people can get involved in gardens themselves really changes that, because I feel there's a great sense of pride when people grow things themselves and it's their own labor that they put into making it happen. Also, people start thinking a lot more critically and a lot more consciously about what they're actually eating, and once they've sort of seen it for themselves and seen, okay, that's what a tomato is supposed to look like, that's what a carrot is supposed to look like, that's not just sort of the idealized version that's sold to us. I think people then become a lot more aware of sort of what food actually is, rather than what we're told it is in sort of this manufactured, I guess, food system that we have right now.
Growing your own food will reduce what we call greenhouse gas emissions, so all the kind of gases that are emitted to the atmosphere that cause climate change, and we all know is a problem. So when you buy your food locally, when it's been produced in town, it hasn't traveled as far, so it hasn't come by truck, by plane, or by boat, all those things that burn a lot of fossil fuels or gas, and that way you're helping, in a way, fight climate change. So you're reducing greenhouse gas emissions because you know your food came from a lot closer, not as far. It didn't travel. Actually, they say the average meal travels over 2,400 kilometers, so that's a long way. Growing organic just means that you haven't used any pesticides, chemical pesticides, which again can get into the water, they're bad for human health. The people who pick those vegetables or grow those vegetables come in contact with those chemicals and can develop health issues. So growing organic means your food has been grown without the use of synthetic fertilizers or chemical pesticides, all this stuff. It's really using, kind of looking at how nature solves its own problems. So instead of using chemicals, we might bring in an insect, or we might grow one plant next to another. We're a bit more clever about how you do it, and it usually also requires more human input. So more people have to get involved in growing that food because it can take more time. But that means it can also create jobs, and good jobs. So that's an advantage as well.
So the food that we're actually producing for Santropol is going towards the baskets that we produce. And there's a subsidized basket for members of the Roulant, like clients. And basically we can have people from the general public can actually buy a basket and they pay a slight premium. And then clients of the Roulant will actually be able to, who are underprivileged or who have perhaps challenges paying for an organic basket, will actually be able to afford to buy it. And so a lot of our vegetables will go towards these baskets. They'll go towards the Meals on Wheels, so the kitchen of Santropol, as well as to two markets. And one is in what is considered a food desert, Little Burgundy Market, and then the other one will be going towards our pocket market in the plateau.
No matter how much money they make, no matter how mobile they are, no matter how old they are, no matter where they came from, no matter what their background, everyone should have access to the same healthy, local, organic foods. Point. Period.
We don't use any pesticides or nothing. That's really organic, and that we're really proud of them. And as you can see, yeah, you've seen that already. The vegetables are nice, and we try to take care of them the best that we want. Exactly the same way that we take care of people. You know, we take care of our clients. As I told you, so we're a Meals on Wheels, so we prepare food for people with a loss of autonomy, and our clients are really important for us. So we want to feed them the best way, the way we feed ourselves.